Lou, it's great to see you finally got your first Friday in a Ferrari. How did it go?
Yeah, firstly, it's super exciting. Build up to this week, and felt amazing to get out there and be in a Ferrari here. I mean, honestly, the car felt so much different to what I've ever experienced coming to this track. So took a little bit of bedding in through P1. P2 was definitely a little better, but just building. But we're slowly building and getting a little bit faster, bit by bit.
When you say different, good different?
Just different.
Okay.
Just a lot different. But the car doesn't feel bad or anything. It's just it just requires a different way of driving. So adjusting my driving style bit by bit, and but enjoying driving.
Did you feel like it was coming to you quite quickly though through those sessions? You were able to
I wouldn't
build
say
that
it was
rhythm?
like quickly. It was like P1 was a little bit messy. P2 was definitely starting to look a bit better. Again, also like I'm really still getting used to all the setup changes. So it's like I don't have them on call like I used to have, obviously, at Mercedes, because I'd been there for so long. I knew exactly all the setup changes. So I'm still working through understanding like what tools we can use. And it's interesting because you can see with like Charles, he just knows because he's been here for such a long time. So, but I'm slowly piecing the bits of the puzzle together.
And even with all of that, the pace of the car looks good, right? On the timesheets at least. That must be super encouraging, not just for this weekend.
Yeah, definitely. I think the long run was competitive with the others as well. I think McLaren looked pretty quick. Looked pretty close up top. But it's just generally been a really fun day just to be here in red as well. It's just it's been awesome.
I can tell because the smile's still there. Could you let yourself dream of fighting for pole, or is it too early? Could you let yourself do it?
Yeah, for me, I think it's a little bit early as I continue to just get to learn the car. But never say never. I'll still give it everything I've got tomorrow, and just not putting too much pressure on. I'm just going to try and enjoy it. And I've got some pace to find. I know where I've got to find it. It's just about going out and doing it, but just building.
Great stuff. Good luck for the rest of the weekend. Thank you.
Job. You looked very fast out there. Was the feeling in the car straight away good?
Yes, it was. Yeah, I mean, honestly, we did a good preparation work because the feeling with the car was good. I mean, there's obviously things that we need to improve, as always, and I'm not very happy with the balance yet, but we are in a much better place compared to Bahrain testing, and there's still, some performance to find. But that's the same for everybody in the paddock. I mean, those cars are pretty new for everyone, and so you've got to push it to understand where exactly is the limit. But it's been a solid first day. Now we've got to wait and see how it goes tomorrow when we push a bit more.
Looking at the data, is the threat to Ferrari only going to come from McLaren, or are you seeing other people who should have more to come tomorrow?
I don't know. I don't know. For now, it's too early to say. I don't think we've seen the real pace of everybody yet, and I think some teams might hide their game a bit more than others. And but for sure, McLaren is up there. I think Red Bull might be struggling a little bit more for now, but you never know with them. I mean, and especially with Max, you can never really rule them out. So I'm sure they will be in the fight, and Mercedes looks strong as well. So it's going to be a good fight, I'm sure.
But no reason to think that you shouldn't be fighting for pole tomorrow.
I want to be cautious. Let's wait and see. But it's right to say that after a day like this, we are looking forward to tomorrow, and we want to try and target pole position.
Well, Max, it looked like you were having to work pretty hard in the cockpit to keep the car on track. Maybe the balance just wasn't quite there today, or were you quite happy in the end?
I mean, to be honest, the balance wasn't even completely out. No massive or major problems, but somehow the grip was not coming alive, and just struggling on all four tires really in sector one in the last sector, and that means of course that we are not really up there at the moment.
Is it one of those Friday nights where you're quite clear on what you need to ask the engineers for, and then you go into tomorrow and it's all easy again, or is it quite a challenge?
The problem is that it's not really like I have major balance problems, so I think it will be a bit hard to fix, but there's also nothing that I didn't expect when I arrived here, so I'm not positively or negatively surprised with the pace that we are showing.
Yeah, and do you think this circuit is a bit of an outlier? Do you think it might be Australia specific, these struggles? And
we've never really been that good here since that new tarmac update. So for sure, it's not really helping. But still, I mean, it's the same for everyone, right? So we just have to make sure that we find a bit more pace. But at the moment, we are definitely lacking a bit, to fight up front.
Yeah, thank you, Max.
You're looking confident out there. How did it feel?
So. I think it's been a good start. It's a good start to the weekend. I think we've got a good baseline, but certainly not happy, not confident with the car in terms of finding the best balance and being consistent enough, especially on low fuel. I feel like high fuel, I felt good. Just low fuel, yeah, still similar to Bahrain. Too many inconsistencies, too many problems, so a bit of a struggle.
Is it too early to assume that you'll have a positive performance this year?
I mean, I don't know what positive means, but I think we'll be strong. I think, like we said the whole time, we'll be strong. Fahrer will be strong. Mercedes, I don't know, so we'll wait and see.
Thank you. Oscar, first day on track in 2025. How was it out there for you today?
I would say pretty encouraging. I think the pace was pretty solid. Still a few things to try and iron out and make the car feel a bit nicer, but I think the underlying pace seems strong. So pretty happy with the day's work. I think it's going to be pretty different for the next 2 days. So how much today means we don't know, but it feels pretty good.
Do you feel confident that you might end up on the podium at your home race?
It's hard to say. The weather's going to be pretty different on Sunday, and that's going to throw some spanners in the works. But I think the underlying pace of the car seems strong. So Ferrari have looked pretty quick today, and Mercedes at other points as well. So I think things are looking good, but we don't want to just try and aim for the podium. We want to aim for the top step.
All right, thank you.
Hey George, it looked tricky out there behind the wheel of that car. Just talk me through it.
Yeah, it was a really up and down day because every time we had the medium or the hard tyre on, we were right in the top two of the timesheets, and every lap felt good, felt confident. Same? Yeah, faster on the hard than the soft. And then we put the soft on, we didn't go much quicker. So, it's clearly there is a bit of pace in the car, and it's just getting the most out of the tyre, so we need to understand why that is.
You had that big moment, I think, was it turn 4 as well?
Yeah.
Fair play for keeping it out of the ball there.
Yeah, pushing the limits a little bit too much then. It's such a great track here, and it's a fast one.
I heard you were hearing that it was hot in the car again. I was hoping that wouldn't be a thing this year, and they'd have cured that.
I mean, it's pretty toasty just generally. We've obviously got the driver cooling kit that all the drivers can be using at some point. We won't be running it this weekend because it's looking likely to be wet and cold on Sunday. But having tested that, it seems like a good improvement.
And just one final question. Are you in the mix, do you think, based on what you learned today?
Let's see what we can achieve overnight. I mean, if the session stopped after the hard tyre, and if the session stopped after the medium tyre and FP1, I'd have said, yeah, definitely, we're there or thereabouts. But obviously, you don't qualify on the hard or the medium tyre, you qualify on the soft tyre, and we don't seem so competitive on that one. So I'm sure we can find some improvements tonight.
Great stuff. You got your first full day in the car as a Mercedes driver. Talk me through it.
Yeah, I mean, it was, I think, quite a positive day. There's some work to do on single lap, just getting the tires in the right window. But overall, I felt pretty good. Did a little mistake at the end, but overall, I think, I'm gaining confidence, more and more confidence lap by lap. And I think long run was quite positive today, so definitely ahead of tomorrow.
I know when you were talking at test and you were saying tyres might be the greatest challenge for you. Are you feeling quite a big build-up though? You're making quite good progress quite quickly. It just takes time, I guess.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, the C5 is a compound I never really use, so definitely, it's I'm learning it. Especially the warm-up is quite tricky, but we got some good data ahead of tomorrow.
What do you think is possible? Is it too early to say for the rest of the weekend?
It's a bit too early because we don't really know what the others are doing, but to be honest, today was a positive day. The car feeling good.
It looked like an interesting day out there for you on track. I like to see that you're on full beam straight away in that FP1, got really close to the wall. It looked like you were confident in the car at least. Just how are you feeling though after two sessions?
Comfortable, just too slow. We obviously have a lot of work to do overnight. Obviously, day one on a new track, we're expecting to have have some work to do, but probably not this much. So, yeah. We'll obviously work on it overnight and then try and improve it for tomorrow.
Have you got any kind of early read as to why it was tougher than expected today?
Not really. I think if we knew that, we'd know how to fix it as well. In general, just grip when we need to use it on that short run, but then in general, our long run pace was slow as well. So, yeah, we'll work on it.
All right, best luck for the weekend.
Thank you.
So, Carlos, is it as good as it looked on the timesheets?
Yeah, definitely a positive Friday for us, especially FP1 was very positive. FP2, we did manage to find performance on softs, which is something we need to look into going into tomorrow, as quali obviously on softs is going to be the main focus. So yeah, if we manage to unlock some potential on soft tires, we could be competitive, but the field is extremely tight. I saw the big cars doing some very fast laps also, a bit out of nowhere. Everyone seems honestly that if they put together a good lap, anyone can be in Q3.
Were you surprised that you were able to get such a good lap so early on in that session as well? Because you were so quick so quickly.
Yeah, it's a good sign about the car giving you confidence to put laps together, but it's what I said in an interview, I think it was in Bahrain test, where to unlock the potential on the soft tire. Yeah. It's the key about this car, and it's what I don't know yet how to do, and today proves it. I was very quick on mediums and very competitive also in FP1, and as soon as everyone turned up in FP2 and I went to find the lap time on soft, I clearly struggled to find the lap time on that compound. So tomorrow we will have 4 or 5 softs, in quali, and hopefully that will give me a chance to unlock it. But in that sense, there's all the work to do.
If you do find promise on those soft tyres tomorrow and get that rhythm, what do you think is possible?
I don't know. Also, a high fuel, you can see, there's quite a clear step from ourselves and maybe the Ferraris and McLarens and even Mercedes and Red Bull, but just hopefully we are not too far and we can keep fighting the midfield, because as I said, they can do some very competitive laps sometimes, and it's going to be tricky. But long run less happy, soft less happy, but overall a very positive day.
Fernando, it's the first Friday of the year, and I know it's always tricky to read things, but what can you tell me about anything you learned today?
Nothing. If I learn something, I will not tell you. So,
Okay.
Yeah, we come here because it's mandatory, but there is nothing really to talk. We just jump out of the car, and as usual, it will be 24 Fridays like now that you can ask anything. I will not answer.
But did you get a feel for the car today relative to testing?
Could, yeah. I need to review everything now with my team and privately discuss what we did today.
But no major problems though?
No, we did laps. Yeah, the car goes. Engine is alive, brakes are okay, gearbox is changing gears up and down, so all good.
Okay. It was a really difficult day out there. Just talk me through that moment when you had that off, because I thought you were going to catch it till the very last minute.
Yeah, me too. A bit sad to have missed all the running today. The guys did a great job to try and get the car back out. We just ran out of time. But yeah, I just had a small mistake in 10-10, which put me a bit wide. And out there, it's very, very bumpy. Unfortunately, lost the car.
Traditionally, you go well on these kind of high-speed circuits. Do you feel like you can kind of claw it back, or do you feel like it's really going to hurt you for the rest of the weekend?
No, it's for sure not over. I struggled a little bit, but I really felt confident in the car. Maybe too much. But, I really felt at home and nice in the car. I was building up really nicely, and, the mistake was unfortunate. By no means over. FP3 is a long session, and then into qualifying. The race will be a bit of a roll of the dice, it looks like, at the moment.
Right, well, best luck for the rest of the weekend, Ollie.
Thanks.
Thank you. What a first day, Isaac. You must be so pleased with how it's turned out. You look so quick out there.
Yeah, to be fair, after the first lap, I was really comfortable in the car in FP1. So, foot to the floor, and we just went step by step. And obviously it's really nice to have Yuki alongside to obviously compare and progress quite faster as well.
Were you surprised by the pace today? Because you were just quick, both of you and Yuki. The car looked good out there.
Yeah, for sure we did look really good, but to be honest, it's my first Friday, right? So I don't know how the other teams are gonna react tomorrow. But the most important is that I feel comfy.
So you were able to quite easily find the pace on low fuel and high fuel today. Then you find like the rhythm came quite quickly.
Yeah, it did. To be fair, I was surprised with more my own performance than the car, than anything. Yeah, in FP1 I was just straight on the pace, and yeah, I just felt comfortable on long run, short run, and yeah.
Great stuff. What do you think is possible then for the rest of the weekend?
I mean, it's not bold to say Q2, but I'd like to go to Q3, that's for sure.
Hello, your first full day of practice as a Formula One driver. How was it out there?
It was very good, very positive, happy with what I have done today. FP1, FP2, positive tests, especially in FP2 between both cars and understanding what is good or not for tomorrow. Quali and FP3, so yeah, looking forward for tomorrow.
And what are your goals for qualifying tomorrow?
Do the best lap I can, and then whatever we can achieve on track, I'm very happy. But yeah, I'm happy with what we have done today again, and it's difficult to say before quali what we can achieve, but yeah, looks like we can do some good stuff.
Well, Pierre, it looked like you were struggling with a few things in the car. You reported braking issues, you reported traffic issues, but maybe that's just the first Friday of the year. But how was it for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's the first Friday, so yeah, quite a lot of action. I must say, very difficult to get a clean lap, quite a lot of traffic. And then yeah, just a couple of issues with the brakes, so just could not brake properly. But then yeah, I mean, apart from that, we did a lot of testing from FP1 to FP2. We tested a lot of stuff, very different to Bahrain in terms of conditions. So just need to analyze all of that and try to make the right choices for the rest of the weekend, which seem like it will be quite hectic with the rain coming on Sunday. So yeah, we'll get ready for all of that.
It's a tricky track, a unique track. Do you know what you need to ask the engineers for overnight just to get the car dialed in? Is it clear?
Yeah, it's very clear. Well, we gotta improve. As I said, we tested a lot between FP1 and FP2, so I think it's about analyzing and trying to put all the pieces together for tomorrow and Sunday.
Hey Alex, the wind looks fast out there. I know maybe you didn't have the smoothest sessions in FP1, but how are you feeling after the 2 runs?
Yeah, the good thing is we fixed the brakes after FP1, and we you just need a rhythm around here. So yeah, got a little bit spooked in FP1, settled into it in FP2. By the end of FP2, I was in a fairly good place, but we lost performance relative to our rivals on the soft tyre. So we need to understand why. I don't think we've got everything out of it on that soft tyre. We need to figure out what's going on. It doesn't feel right on there. So if we can get on top of that, obviously that's going to be important around here. Qualifying is important for the race, obviously, but a lot around here as well. Yeah, I think all being said, not bad. I think the people that we expected to be quick are quick. But yeah.
I think that was the trend so far for drivers I've talked to. The soft tyre just didn't deliver the kind of performance they were expecting. Not just you, yeah. They were saying they were better on the medium than the hard. In terms of weight,
Hadjar did.
Oh, but apart from that, I haven't spoken to Hadjar. Were you surprised then by the pace of the race in Bulls? And are you still kind of, if you can kind of get on top of the soft tyre, are you in the mix for Q3 and points?
Yes. On the mediums, if it was a medium qualifying session, I think we'd be quite comfortably in Q3, but we need to figure out that soft first. Yeah, I think we expected it to be quite similar to the medium, but actually I think it's quite different. So obviously they've changed a bit from last year, and just trying to understand that.
All right, good luck for the weekend. Thanks, Alex.
Well, Nico Hulkenberg, first Friday for Kick Sauber, and like usual, 1 lap pace Hulkenberg. You're looking rapid.
Well, we'll see about that. But I think, positive Friday, obviously, like you said, first Friday together as a team, a lot of information to take in, to process and digest overnight now. It didn't feel that easy, but obviously, it's all relative, and obviously the lap times, well, at least on low fuel, it didn't look too bad, but, I don't know what everybody else did, so, it's a scenario of wait and see for tomorrow, but it's just important that we keep working. We changed quite a bit the setup between P1 and P2, so it was good, to get some feedback from that, and we'll try to obviously improve more and learn more.
Are you confident of repeating that pace tomorrow and then
No idea.
predicting maybe
No idea. I don't. I kind of think confident is an overstatement. I take one day at a time now and session by session. Just it's about optimizing everything. And staying clean. So that's the objective for now.
Yuki, I know it's only Friday, but what an opening day for you and the team. Amazing pace out there. Is that pace genuine, do you feel?
Well, yeah, obviously good start for a first day. I'm sure other teams will pick up the pace for tomorrow, in qualifying especially. So yeah, I mean, definitely it looks good, and I mean even inside the car even there's not much that huge, I would say, outstanding balance or whatever. So yeah, happy day in office, but obviously we just have to definitely keep focus and keep digging the performance. I think it's going to be anyway very, very tight in the field, so even if we squeeze that last 500 milliseconds or whatever, that'll be quite big.
Do you know where you need to improve the car? What are your hopes for tomorrow? And also, who do you think your main rivals will be from a team perspective?
Definitely Williams. I would say Williams seems fast. I think last in the FP2, I'm sure we're doing different thing. I feel like Alpine as well. So those two teams that I mentioned will be pretty quick. But yeah, so far I mean we are leading. So at the same time we take it as positive. Always looking forward and push 100% tomorrow.
Well, Jack, I'm very pleased to tell you you're the only rookie who beat your teammate in FP2 there. That looked like a good day for you.
Yeah, it was not too bad. We're constantly trying things across both cars. So, who's faster than who, it's really not a priority at the moment. We're both testing, trying to maximise our package for tomorrow. Pierre's super quick, comfortable in this car. So we're not really focusing so much on our lap time, just really building our balance and making sure that we're in a good place for tomorrow.
As you say, a lot of experimentation going on, but do you now feel you've got a very clear idea of what the best car will be around here?
Yeah, it's a constant day of learning. The cars ran well both sessions. We're able to maximise our running with the conditions that we got, and we'll continue, discussing what we can do for tomorrow morning. A few little tweaks, hopefully in FP3, to set ourselves in a good position for quality.
And final question, just what was it like rolling out of the Albert Park pit lane? All your home fans there, your first proper weekend in a Grand Prix car after Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, no, it was great. The first few laps with my home crowd in a Formula One car, it was amazing. Some great emotions, but channeling those, going to enjoy those, when they happen naturally, but focusing on the job at hand.
Yeah, well done. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Cheers.
Esteban, on the timesheets, it looked like a challenging day for Haas. Was it feeling like that behind the wheel?
Yeah, it hasn't been the smoothest day, I think, for us. Obviously, it's the first day of the year. So it is normal that it goes that way, but we still have more, to put together, to try and get right, to try and get correct, to try and exploit the maximum out of the car. And I was still not happy, with the balance and how the car felt. We did a step between P1 and 2, but we need more.
Is it clear to you the direction you need to take overnight and everything you need to ask the engineers for to go into tomorrow with a bit more optimism?
Yes, it is clear for us, we need to try and do that, of course, and hopefully we can do that in P3 and then build on from there.
Australia is obviously a bit of a strange track. We've been at Bahrain, but this is a street circuit. Do you think if Haas do struggle this weekend, it might just be an idiosyncratic, unique event, and then China would be more normalised?
I think it's going to be close all year. So yeah, even if we struggle here, I don't think it will be right the whole year for sure. We've seen that last year. The team struggled here in qualifying, but got some very good points in other races. But it's not an excuse, to not perform here this weekend. We are here to perform. We are here to try and do well, and this is what we are going to focus on.
First Friday in the books, a track with happy memories for you. Spent the whole day running in the top 10. Did it feel as good as a top 10 car out there?
Yeah, it's just practice, so I haven't looked at the long run paces and stuff, but some stuff to work on and see tomorrow.
Was the balance in the car pretty much what you expected out of the box, and did you have a good feeling with it straight away, and what are your hopes for tomorrow?
Yeah, some corners better than other corners, so just stuff to work on like that.
Great, thanks, Thomas.
Im ersten Training im Jahr 2025 setzte Lando Norris am Ende der Session auf weichen Reifen die Bestzeit. Carlos Sainz zeigte im Williams eine vielversprechende Pace. Oliver Bearman war der erste Fahrer mit einem Unfall, der er in Kurve 12 noch übersteuern. Charles Leclerc war auf den gelben, ja auch auf den weichen Reifen sehr schnell und fuhr seine Bestzeit deutlich früher als Norris. Lewis Hamilton beklagte Probleme beim Einlenken. George Russell drehte sich in Kurve 4, nachdem er mit dem rechten Hinterreifen ins Gras geraten war. Im zweiten Training in Australien fuhr Charles Leclerc die schnellste Zeit vor beiden McLaren-Piloten. Lewis Hamilton beklagte mitunter Steuern. Mercedes war auf dem Medium- und Hardreifen schnell, hatten aber Probleme auf den Softs. Sie waren das einzige Team, das die harten Reifen nutzte. Red Bull hat derzeit definitiv zu kämpfen. Einige heikle Momente auf den Softs für Max Verstappen. Die Balance des Autos scheint nicht zu passen. Oliver Bearman konnte nach seinem Crash nicht am zweiten Training teilnehmen. Es sieht sehr eng aus, genau wie erhofft und erwartet. Aber es ist noch früh. Morgen werden wir in der Qualifikation zum ersten Mal alle Fahrer am Limit sehen. Wie immer, vergiss nicht den Kanal zu abonnieren und das Video zu liken. Bis zum nächsten Mal.